The Justice Department now says 2 DOGE workers accessed, and then shared sensitive Social Security data.
That one sentence alone should make every American stop and think, because this is no longer speculation. According to reporting cited by the Department of Justice, 2 DOGE workers accessed sensitive Social Security data and then shared it for their own purposes. And once you hear that, the most basic question becomes impossible to ignore. How could something like this even happen? Social Security doesn't just hold names and ID numbers. It holds some of the most sensitive personal data the government has. Your full name, date of birth, marital history, work history, income records, disability filings, addresses, phone numbers, and decades of financial information. This is data people are legally required to provide, with the understanding that it will be protected. Yet, according to public reporting, that data was accessed and shared. Even more alarming, some of it was reportedly uploaded to Cloudflare, a cloud-based system that is not approved for storing Social Security data. To this day, officials have not been able to clearly confirm what data was shared, who received it, or whether it still exists on those servers. If you're an ordinary person watching this, that should be deeply unsettling. Because if the government can't even track where your Social Security data went, then who actually has control over it? DOGE, as an agency, is said to be disbanded. But disbanding a name doesn't erase people. Former DOGE personnel are still spread throughout the federal government, including inside the Social Security Administration. That means access didn't disappear. It simply continued under a different label. At the same time, the leadership structure at Social Security has shifted in a way that many people don't even realize. For the first time since Social Security was created in 1935, the agency does not appear to have a fully dedicated full-time commissioner focused solely on the program. Let that sink in. This has never happened since 1935. Not during wars, not during recessions, not during previous political crises. For nearly 90 years, the agency responsible for protecting the retirement and disability benefits of over 73 million Americans always had a full-time leader. Treating that role as a secondary responsibility is unprecedented, and it raises serious questions about oversight and accountability. Now, apply some basic common sense. Most people assume that even minor misuse of Social Security data would result in immediate consequences. And historically, that assumption has been accurate. Former Social Security officials, including Dr. Ed Weir, have described an internal system where every access was logged, every keystroke monitored, and even small violations could end careers instantly. Employees were fired for accessing their own records. They were fired for looking up family members. They were fired for viewing information without proper authorization. There were no gray areas. The rules were strict, and enforcement was unforgiving. Now compare that standard to what is being reported today. We're not talking about one accidental click or one unauthorized lookup. We're talking about large-scale access to sensitive data, reportedly used to match voter rolls, something that would raise serious legal concerns if done for political purposes and potentially violate the Hatch Act. And yet, there have been no publicly confirmed firings, no clear disciplinary actions, no reassurance that access has been fully revoked. From the outside, it looks like 2 different systems exist. One set of rules for ordinary government employees, another set of rules for certain groups that appear to be untouchable. And that's why people are angry. Millions of Americans never consented to their Social Security data being used this way. They handed over that information because they had no choice, trusting that the system would protect it. Right now, many people are left wondering whether there will ever be real accountability. Investigations may be announced, reports may be written. But history shows that cases like this can drag on for years or quietly disappear. And while time passes, the damage may already be done. This isn't about left versus right. It isn't about political teams. It's about whether the systems holding the most personal details of American lives are governed by rules or by power. Because if this can happen inside Social Security, it can happen anywhere.